So check this out, guys. This is 2024 Lincoln Nautilus. This is all new for 2024 model year. And thanks to Get a Lincoln of Charlotte County in Punta Gorda, Florida, I'm going to be able to take you on a complete tour of this vehicle, starting off with the design, then the powertrain, then walk around, and then ending up on the interior. And trust me, it's worth to wait to see what's on the inside of this vehicle, because this is the most technologically advanced Lincoln that I have ever seen. And then of course we're gonna take it for a spin at the end of this video. So if you like watching videos like this, don't forget to check out the rest of my channel, hit that subscribe button, give me the like, and then turn on that bell notification ring bell so you won't miss any of the content that's coming out. And now let's get back to this. So unless you've been living under the rock, you know that Lincoln is a luxury brand of Ford, and it's been like this for years. Now, in the old years, I feel like Lincoln was targeting more of an older audience. Now they're trying to revive the brand, make it appeal to the younger buyer. Have they succeeded? Well, at the end of this video, you'll be the judge and let me know. But I gotta tell you, I've been playing with this vehicle for a while now, and this is by far the most technologically advanced vehicle that I have seen from Lincoln so far. So let's take a look. But before we dive deep into this, let's talk about this, because Lincoln claims it is all new and it sits on the revised C2 platform from Ford that it shares with vehicles such as Ford Maverick, Bronco Sport, and the Escape. But it's so much more than that, I have promised you that. Well, let's take a look at the styling of it. First of all, the brand new front end. You have the brand new lights, and as you approach this vehicle, and I have the key on me, this Lincoln logo starts to illuminate and it spreads out to the lights. So of course you have all LED lights set up as far as your daytime running lights. Turn signals are right here at the bottom, and of course you have all LED headlights. Now right here at the bottom you have some piano black trim, and it is actually functional. There is air curtains on the side for that better airflow, aerodynamics. Right here you have the polished aluminum trim right at the very bottom of it, and the combination of chrome and the piano black right on this grille. It looks really nice, looks very modern, looks very elegant. And if you're wondering what powers up this thing, well, let's pop the hood and find out. So Lincoln took the V6 off the menu for 2024 model year, but we have two different engine options that are available. The 2-liter turbocharged inline 4 that I have for you today produces 250 horsepower, 275 foot-pounds of torque, made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission. If you want a little bit more power, you can opt in for the hybrid 2-liter 4-cylinder inline 4 assisted by a 100 kilowatt electric motor that produces about 310 horsepower, but it's made it to a continuously variable transmission. It does have quite a bit better as far as the gas mileage. Now this engine is capable of getting this vehicle 0 to 60 in about 5.9 seconds, so it's fairly quick. And I think they nailed the design of this vehicle as far as the side profile. It's very elegant, it's sleek, it's sporty, and you can't say it for many other vehicles. And both the front and the back end kind of pull it all together. Now this particular one is the Reserve 3, which is towards the top of the line. Now the top of the line, of course, is the black label, and we don't have it here. This is the Reserve 3, which is as high as you can go with the Reserve models. We'll talk about it while I'm driving this vehicle, but let's take a look and see what the wheel and tire setup is on this one. This one sits on 21-inch rims. We have the Michelin Primacy all-season tires. 255 by 50 is the size of it. Everything around the wheel wells is the same color as the rest of the vehicle, and that includes the bottom of the vehicle. You have the Nautilus badge that's spelled out right here on the side. Everything around the windows is blacked out. You can also opt in for the jet package, and that will give you the bigger black wheels and some more sporty appearance accents as far as the front and back of this vehicle. Well, let's get closer and let's see what else we have. So the mirrors have the turn signals indicator in here. They also have the side view cameras in here. Here's your door handles, definitely different. All right, you open this up. You also have the code to get inside of this vehicle. And then let's move to the back and let's see what we have right here. And here at the back, similar to the front, we have this huge blade light. See, it's illuminated right here. You have Lincoln spelled out, encased in this plastic casing. Underneath here, you have the rear view camera. Top of it, you have the third brake light, and right here at the bottom, you have the reverse light, reflector lights. No visible exhaust, although the trim looks kind of like if you had an exhaust. Now with Lincoln, you also get this traditional Ford key, Ford-looking key. So you have the unlock, lock, 2 times to start the car, 2 times to open the back gate, and the panic button. And we're going to see how much room we have. Now this is a 2-row SUV. No third row is available on this, and there's tons of room. Check this out. Now if you need it more, you can also fold down the middle seats, of course, but there's plenty of room to fit several different luggage pieces. It's got some illumination in here. It's got some hooks that open up, let's see, for your grocery bags. And then right here you can also fold down the seats by pushing the button. Yeah, there's probably something in that seat. You also have a charger here, the 12-volt power adapter, and underneath the floor you have the spare tire, the jack to remove the tire with this, of course, the temporary spare tire that doesn't match the same one as you have on the vehicle itself. So this is what you have for cargo. Let's see what we have for passengers. And before we get inside this vehicle, let's take a look at this rear door panel. A lot of premium material is used, and I gotta tell you, it looks so good. You have different colors as far as the trimming over here. You have this brown trim or bronze trim up the top, the tan at the bottom, and of course this is black at the very bottom. You have also speakers. Did I mention already that it's got 28 speakers stereo? That sounds absolutely amazing. Well, it does. You also have these door handles. Now, if you remember, these were borrowed from the Ford Mach-E. Basically, that was the first vehicle that debuted with this kind of door handle. So let's take a look and let's see what else we have. Nicely trimmed leather seats. Okay, we're going to check it out, how much room we have. But look-wise, it looks wonderful. I also have, of course, the armrest with the cup holders, with the extra storage. If you wanted to put something inside of your, like, phone maybe. It's not very deep, but it is functional. And you can get it out of the way. And then as far as the seats itself, they have some seat back storage in here. You have your own vents. You have your regular household outlet at the very bottom of it, 110-volt outlet, and then you have the heated seats controls here. You also have the USB Type-C that are installed in the seats itself. Well, let me jump inside, see if I have any room on the interior. So there's plenty of room on the interior of this vehicle. As you can see, I have about 2 inches maybe above my head. I have plenty of shoulder room. And I kind of wish the seats were a little bit more plush. That's what I feel like when I think Lincoln, that it should have these plush, almost couch-like seats. Well, these ones are on the firmer side. They're still nice to the touch, but not as comfortable as I would like them to be. They do recline, however, so you can make yourself even more comfortable. Let me show you how much legroom I have. So here it is, guys. This is how much room I have in front of my knees. That's quite a bit, surprisingly a lot, comparing to some of the other vehicles in its class. And I have this seat adjusted to my regular driving position. I'm almost 6 feet tall, and I like to drive comfortably. Now, check this out. That's where we're going next. We're going to start with a sound check. Let's see how this door sounds when it closes. Boom, nice and solid thud right here. Now on the side right here, you have your code to enter the vehicle, and this is this brand new door handle pull it open. Here's what you have on the interior right here on the side. You can see this is lit up. It almost looks like a bear claw. Now you have several speakers in here. Now this vehicle has 28 speakers, which is incredible. It's insane. This is that Revel system. You have a speaker here. You have a speaker down here at the bottom, right here on the door. And then you have a bunch of buttons. This is your window mirror lock controls, 3 memory seat settings. Now, if you remember this door handle, you might remember it from this Ford Mustang Mach-E. That's where it debuted in here. Now you have a little bit more storage underneath here. Lincoln, and here it is, 24 different ways to adjust your seats to make sure that you're feeling comfortable in here. Now this light interior, I gotta tell you, I've sat in this vehicle, I've driven it. It is incredibly comfortable in the front seat. Now let's take a look at this whole brand new interior. But before I get inside and show you all of the technology, let's take a look right here, because that's where your gate opener, this is your dimmer, different light settings. Now the steering wheel, tilt and telescoping, this is all power like for a luxury vehicle. Should be nothing too special as far as the pedal box right here, but underneath this floating console you have a little bit more storage room for whatever you want to hide in there. Now let's jump inside. I'll show you all the new technology. Well, we're going to start with the obvious right here. This huge 48-inch screen that is on top portion of this dashboard right here. It could seem intimidating, but once you start playing around with it, you can see that it's not really too bad. Now what we have here, this is basically your regular instrument cluster right here. So you have your miles per hour, like, you know, this right here I control on the steering wheel, you know, and it shows me where my finger location is, which is really nice. So that controls your volume, that controls your tracks for your media. Now it says that I'm sitting here and my seatbelt is not fastened right there, so this is your information. You also have your miles per hour, so of course your speed. You can see your vehicle. This is for your lane keep assist, and right here I'm also moving my finger over here, so that shows you what I'm doing. This is for your cruise control, this is for your lane keep assist, depending on what you want to do. We have 356 miles left on this gas tank. And then moving on, you see the gear indicator, and overall a very nice animation here, very nice graphics. Now this is all made with a cooperation with Google. As you can see at the bottom here, it says Google right there, so that's who designed the software for this vehicle. Now this right side of this screen, you can customize it, and we can put several different things on it. I'm going to show you how to do it at the bottom screen, because that's where you control it. Right now I have the radio, I have weather, and I have the clock, but we can also put a couple other things in here. So I mean, you're not going to be using this on the everyday basis, but the information is right in front of you when you need it. Overall, I think it might be an overkill, but it is definitely a very unique setup. Now, if you look at the doors itself, now this is with the doors closed, of course, you still have this like bear claw marks. Now, this is illuminated. This is not painted on it. This is actually a light that's shining through it. And of course, we have some speakers, some window and door lock controls. Now we have the vents, a regular, this is where your actual infotainment system is. We're going to go through some of the functionality of it in just a little bit, and then take a look at the steering wheel, because that's definitely different. Now they made the steering wheel oval, right? It's not square, it's not round, it's oval. I think they made it flat at the top and flat at the bottom, so if you turn it, you still have the full visibility of the screen, so it's not getting in your way. Lincoln logo right in here. Overall, it feels very good to the touch. I've only driven this vehicle in this parking lot here, so I don't have much experience with driving it. Now remember, when I was driving a Tesla with a yoke, I hated it. I'm going to take it on the road, and we're going to see how this feels. Now we have a bunch of buttons on the right and the left hand side, and as I said, as soon as you start moving it, the screen pops open and it basically tells you what you're doing, whether it's a right or left screen. Lincoln logo. Now behind here you have the attention assist, of course, and then you have your turn signals, you have your windshield wiper controls, etc. Now let's get back to the infotainment system. It says unlock the full potential of your vehicle. So that's when you connect it to the Lincoln Way app. We're going to say no thanks right now. Now I have it open with the customize your display, because this is actually, those are the 3 screens that you see right on top, 1, 2, 3, and then you can put different things in here. So let's say if instead of media, I wanted to have a tire pressure in here, and fuel economy, and maybe trip 2 or trip 1, I can change this. So you can customize it as basically drag and drop of whatever you want it to. Again, this is all Google based, so you can say Google Maps. It also has the Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You can wireless connect to it. And here's your apps. For Android users, that's going to be easy because that's basically an Android system. You have your podcast news. You even have your YouTube app files, settings. You have your Play Store where you can buy an additional apps if you wanted to. And then here's your vehicle settings. Different drive modes. Conserve, obviously it gives you the best fuel economy. Excite as the sport mode. Slippery for more of a rainy, icy condition or any of the loose surfaces. So these are your drive modes. Then let's go back to the car settings. Here's your ambient lighting. So this is pretty cool because you can select the brightness of it. And as you can see, take a look at this, right? This is dimmest, this is brightest. Then if you wanted to have a different color, let's say a green, pink, blue, yellow, you can select it. And again, you can make it your own. Now, several different positions of this vehicle, several different areas are lit, as you can see in this picture right here. Unfortunately, we're in the full sun here, so it's kind of hard to see on the vehicle itself, but this is your ambient lighting. Now you have the auto hold that's enabled right now, traction control, digital scent. This is pretty cool. So there's no cartridges detected because it's a brand new vehicle, but this vehicle is equipped with a digital scent feature. Here are the 3 different cartridges that you'll get on this particular model. I think it's available as a standalone options. Where do you put them? Well, let me show this to you. This is pretty interesting. Right here. You open this up, you put the cartridges in here, and then it basically puts the smell out into your cabin. Really nice. Mercedes has been doing that for years. I know some of the other manufacturers might have, but this is the first time we see it on the Nautilus. And let's see what else we have. Go back from the digital scent. You have the seats adjustments. So here it is. This is your seat adjustment for driver and passenger. Select different parts of the seats and how do you want to adjust it. You know, you can adjust it on here. You can, of course, adjust it on the seat itself. But if it's easier for you to kind of visualize it, what's adjusting, that might be a better option for you. And then, of course, you have the massage options and several different massage options in here. So you have the rolling, recovery, relax, and circular, pulse. All right, I'm going to leave this on just because I can. And you can do that as well for the passenger. Okay, so you can adjust it from here. And let's go back from here. Valet mode, vehicle status, settings. Several different settings as far as the rear occupant alert, which is really nice because it kind of alerts you that if somebody is back in the seat, or it kind of warns you, hey, check the back seat. Easy entry and exit, key detection alert, alarm system, remote start setup, windows, wipers, power lift gate, locks, mirrors, door keypad code. Can you set it up in here? Yep. Yeah, this is a factory code. I think you can set it yourself once you have the original factory code. So, well, let's go back out of here. System profile, display. So here's the theme. You have the Constellation theme right here, but we can change it to Tranquil. As you can see, we have something just slightly a little bit different, maybe a little bit of a Earth showing up from space. Engage. Here's another settings. Inspire. Several different themes depending on what you like on here. Takes a little bit to change it, but you can definitely customize it. This is kind of cool. I'm actually going to leave it like this. And that projects not only on the left-hand side, but on the right-hand side as well. So you can set up your network and internet. You can set up this vehicle to be your Wi-Fi hotspot, 911 assistant voice. Location, notification, privacy, security. Wow, we can spend a whole day going through this thing. Unfortunately, we don't have time. So let's go with what's important. Go back to the home settings right here. Here's what's playing right now. I'm not sure. Let's check it out. Unfortunately, I can't play it for too long, and if you don't hear the sound, that means that YouTube asked me to remove it for the copyright violation, but the sound is super deep. It's like sitting in a really good theater. It's very quiet here on the inside, and that Revel 28 speaker sounds absolutely amazing. Now, what else we have here? This is where you start and stop the vehicle. This is where you switch the gears. So the gears are basically a similar way as we've done it on the previous generation one, so this push button ones. Actually, there's nothing blocking it, so this is, you know, a big improvement in my book. And down underneath here, let's see what else we have. So here's the rest of the buttons right here. So we have this automatic engine start stop feature. We can turn this off, your hazard lights, your parking assist. Now right here you can change your drive modes. This is where you have your parking camera. Oh, we haven't even looked at this. Now, just a moment, we're going to check it out. You have the maximum front window defogger, defroster. So here is your camera. Let's put it in reverse. Let's see if anything changes right here. Yes, this is your rear view camera. So it gives you a great quality picture in here, the top down view. Now, as I move the steering wheel, we have the rear trajectory lines that are active, but not the front ones. Front ones that just tells you where you at and basically says, hey, watch out. Now, this is for your rear view camera. Let's see if we can put it in park. It also has the front view camera right here. Let's say I pulled up right here closer to the tree so the sun is not shining inside of this vehicle. But again, a good visibility of the camera system, so this is a big plus. And scrolling down here, we can open this cover up. Here's your wireless charger. You have the USB Type A, USB Type C, 2 cup holders, and of course you can open your armrest. That's where those cartridges are. And then you have another 2 USB Type C ports, and then you have a regular 12-volt power adjustment, fairly deep console. Frameless mirror. You have a bunch of buttons to control the lights, to control your sunroof, because there is a big sunroof right here. Let me show you how it opens. It's tilt and slide back, and then of course you have the power cover that you can close this all up if this is too bright for you. Now, auto air refresh. Now, this is the top portion of it. Of course, you have your sunglasses holder. You also have your home link system, and then you have visors that are illuminated here as well. And then here, speakers, even right here, part of that 28 speaker system. Now, this vehicle truly looks amazing as far as the technology, as far as the looks on the outside, inside. Well, let's take a look and see how it drives. All right, so we're driving this 2024 Lincoln Nautilus, but what's also important is to talk about the pricing. So Lincoln on their website says that it starts at $50,415 for the base Premier model, $54,250 for the Reserve, and $74,250 for the Lincoln Black Label one. Now, each of those vehicles can be customized to your liking. What's important to mention too, that all of them come standard with the 4-cylinder 2-liter turbocharged engine, non-hybrids, 1500 upgrade for the hybrid vehicle. And if you wanted the all-wheel drive, guess what? It's standard across the line, so it's standard in all the models. But the Reserve starts at $54,250. This particular one has a $10,000 package called Reserve 3, making the total MSRP of this particular one $64,650. That's including the destination charge. Definitely not the cheapest one, but it is a luxury at its finest. I really like this vehicle. We're gonna see how it drives. We're gonna start with this off-the-line acceleration. I hit that in the excite mode, so I should be excited, right? Let's smile, be excited, and let's go. Wow. Nice, but it's very linear. Now, this one has the 8-speed automatic transmission, regular torque converter. If you get the hybrid model, remember you get the CVT transmission. It's going to drive a little bit different. The suspension is still fairly soft on this, right? And as we go through some of the turns and twists, you can see it does have a bit of that body roll, but it turns on the dime. Look at this. I'm taking donuts in here. This is insane. Let's get on the road. We're going to see more of the on-the-road dynamics of this vehicle. One thing, I'm not a big fan of this steering wheel. I can tell you that right now. I guess I'm the old-fashioned guy. I like the old-style round steering wheel. I wonder if that's even an option. Now, I get it why they did it, you know, so we can visually see what's going on in this huge 48 screen, it's still kind of in the way, even though it's low like this. I even think that if they did the regular round steering wheel, you can see it in between, so it might give you a little bit better visibility. And here's some speed bumps. Boom. Very nice, soft. See, that soft suspension is really good for something. Maybe not as good for the driving dynamics, but it's good for the everyday, little bumps in the road here and there as such. I'm gonna check out 0 to 60. We're at 0. Let's go. $55. I think that's close enough on this side road. Now, I didn't feel it that it was 5.9 seconds 0 to 60. That might have been the hybrid, the 300 horsepower. This one definitely felt more like in the mid 6 second range, and I don't have a timer to measure this for you. And maybe that's because it is so nice and quiet and you don't even hear it too much. We're gonna try it out off the stop sign here in the front in just a little bit to see. I'm in excite mode, so it should be excited, should be ready to go, and we're gonna check that out. Now let's go. And we got 60. It's actually smooth acceleration. And again, I didn't feel that 5.9. And I thought that screen's going to be overwhelming, this 48-inch screen, but it's really not. I mean, it's just a bigger version of what most people are used to. In the right-hand side, I have the clock, which is really nice. I can see what time it is. It's nice and big and visible. And I also have the radio that's in here. Now, I think I put the trip meter on the middle here. Let me see if that's correct. No, I have it as a blank screen. But if you don't want too much stuff on here, there's definitely an option for that too. But if you do want some information to be in front of your eyes, like literally, then you can definitely turn that on. So let's sum it all up. The looks of it, I think it's great. I think the design features of this vehicle, the new lights, the new fascia of this vehicle, the new exterior and the interior of this vehicle is definitely a huge plus. I think they improved tremendously over the last generation one, even though there wasn't really nothing wrong with the last generation. And I think a lot of people might be kind of sad that the V6 is no longer available. This 4-cylinder is plenty capable, and with the hybrid system with the 310 horsepower, I'm going to test it out. Not sure about the CVT transmission, but definitely the more power in the engine is going to be more exciting to drive, at least I think. And we're going to check that out in a separate video. Now, as far as the technology, great. As far as the comfort, now this is not your typical Lincoln. If I sat in the Navigator or I sat in the older Lincolns, they were kind of soaked in. You kind of, fell in and you felt like on a really comfortable leather couch. I don't have this feeling on this particular one. So maybe it's a little bit tougher. Now, I still love the idea of having the massage seats and 24 different ways to adjust the seats. So I'm pretty sure everybody can find a comfortable driving position. And one other thing, I think the seats, I have it all the way here at the bottom, and I'm almost 6 feet tall. And because this screen is part of the dashboard, I feel like I'm sitting almost too high. Like, I don't know, that's maybe just me. But overall, a great improvement. Definitely check this out if you're looking for a luxury SUV. I know a lot of people are going for the Mercedeses and the Cadillacs, and sometimes you skip Lincoln. Don't do it this time. Check it out. And if you're anywhere in Florida, check out the guys at Gettle Lincoln of Charlotte County in Punta Gorda, Florida. They'll definitely be able to help you guys out. So thank you very much for watching. I hope there was one thing that you liked about this video, and if there was, don't forget to give me the like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that bell notification ring bell so you won't miss any of the content that's coming out. And I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.